Hey everybody, welcome back to not exactly Series 12 today. I'm doing something a little bit different. I want to talk about a couple of Pokemon that I really wish I could have used in Sword and Shield. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious that we're not going to get any more Pokemon added to Sword and Shield. I think this is it. I don't think they're going to add anything else. Hopefully, all these Pokemon end up in Scarlet and Violet, but these Pokemon I'm going to list specifically are things that I would have liked to Dynamax, or I think could have been really good with Dynamax, and assuming that Dynamax isn't in the next game, it probably isn't. These are Pokemon I wish I could have used in Sword and Shield. So let's talk about them really quick. The first one, and these are like for, abilities or just things that they could have done with Dynamax they really aren't going to be able to do without it. The first one's Beaverl. And I've talked about this before. Basically, Beaverl is the best Pokemon with Simple. And if we could Dynamax Beaverl and, get +2 special defense from Max Quake, or +2 defense from Max Steel Spike, or +2 attack from Max Knuckle, or even +2 speed from Max Airstream, it has access to all of these moves. And probably in Sword and Shield, it would have access to even better moves. There's a good chance that it would have had, high horsepower with TRs, or we could have had bounce, because everything gets bounce with TRs, or whatever it is. It might be a TM, but just even with these moves, maybe not all of them, maybe you switch one out for Protect, but you could just end up with Beaverl that just absolutely sweep things, or you switch it in to your next to your Dynamax, you get all these stat boosts, and you end up with unkillable Beaverl. And honestly, I really wish I could do it. And the other thing that Beaverl does, it actually has 3 fantastic abilities. The first one you have is Simple, which I think would be really good if you want to Dynamax your Beaverl. The next one you have is Unaware, and you can just straight up ignore stat changes. So your opponent can set up, and then you get your Unaware Beaverl in, and you just don't care. It's great. And then Moody is an ability. We got 2 Pokemon with it in Sword and Shield, and they're both not great. And to be fair, Beaverl's not great. I think Simple would be better, but the option is there. And I feel like you could do so much more if just we had this Pokemon and we were able to Dynamax it. Spoilers for you, because you can see all of them, obviously. Sorry, but I don't have time to make a fancy, fully edited video. The next one is Greninja, and this one's really obvious. Protein is literally exactly the same as Cinderace's ability Libero, which means that your typing changes to match the type of move that you're using. So literally, Greninja could just be special attacking Cinderace, and probably it would get Air Slash. It doesn't currently learn Air Slash, I don't think. It doesn't look like it does. But there's a decent chance it would get Air Slash. I think it's a TR. A lot more things learn Air Slash this gen than did last gen, I'm pretty sure. But even if it doesn't get Air Slash, you can run physical flying type move just for Max Airstream. And just honestly, special Cinderace would probably be better than Cinderace. Especially since you can run, water moves. Greninja's move pool is just really good. So, yeah. That's why I would want to use Greninja. It'd really just be a really good Dynamax Pokemon. It's way faster than Cinderace. I believe it's way faster than Cinderace. And it hits probably harder than Cinderace too, which is just, really cool. It'd be really neat. And it can switch in on Psychic type attacks pretty well, just because its typing is that. Not that Psychics are really premier type, but every once in a while you do see it. Very cool stuff. I really wish that I could use Greninja in Sword and Shield. The next Pokemon is Oricorio. Pick your favorite form. My favorite form is the Pom Pom Dancer. I think it's very funny, and also it's Flying Electric, which is just a really good typing. And this is because of the ability Dancer. And it's the only Pokemon with the ability Dancer. If you don't know what Dancer does, if any Pokemon on the field clicks a move that's considered a dancing type move, something like Quiver Dance, Oricorio will automatically just do that move. In addition to whatever move it's going to do. So if you have your Oricorio next to, say, Volcarona, if Volcarona Quiver Dances, Oricorio will automatically Quiver Dance, in addition to whatever move it's going to actually use that turn. I feel like with Dynamax, this would just be stupid busted, right? I'm pretty sure that, Oricorio, Vivillon was a thing, and Vivillon's another Pokemon I would like to see, but it's not as high priority as everything else on the list. Vivillon is basically just better Butterfree, if that makes sense. It does all of the things that Butterfree does, but better. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like with, because you can Swords Dance, you can Dragon Dance, you can all of the dance moves. And I believe that includes dancing moves that do damage. So I don't know how this would have interacted with Dynamax. And, probably that's the reason we don't have it, because it would be very weird interacting with Dynamax. But could you imagine, like, Dynamaxing your Oricorio and just getting, like, a free Dragon Dance or a free Quiver Dance, and then your Oricorio attacks? It'd be so good. It'd be so good. It'd be so fun. I don't think it'd be overpowered because Oricorio's stats, these are level hundreds, so the things look better, but Oricorio's stats really aren't that good. You know what I mean? Like, they're fine, but they're not great. So I feel like it would have been cool. It would be very neat, but it wouldn't be, like, overpowered. It'd just be fun. Yeah. The next one I want to talk about is Slacking, my boy. My poor boy. Slacking is better Regigigas. I'm just going to put that out there. I know Regigigas is... They have the same speed stat. Regigigas, I think, has lower attack. It might be a little bit bulkier, but Slacking has better move coverage. Slacking's ability is a little bit less reliant on you being able to negate it, because at least you can attack every other turn instead of just being super nerfed. And Neutralizing Gas does not reset the turn count for Truant, so it works a little bit different. Like, you really only need Neutralizing Gas every other turn. You only need to negate the Truant turns, if that makes sense. I think the way it works is, yeah, if you used a move last turn, you do not use a move next turn. So you only need Neutralizing Gas on the turn after you just used a move. So you can attack on the first turn, and then you only need Neutralizing Gas on the second turn. It's a little bit more flexible, if that makes sense. And its type coverage is just better. It just has better moves. It has the same speed stat. Its bulk is pretty much the same. Like, it's really just better Regigigas. And it makes me kind of sad that we'll never see big laying down Dynamax Slacking, because I feel like that'd be really, really funny, and I would really, really like to see it. I'm pretty sure Slacking gets Sucker Punch, doesn't it? Where is it? It does, yeah. It gets Sucker Punch even. Like, this thing would just absolutely demolish Calyrex. Both forms, probably. And Slack Off, and Yawn. Like, it's so good. I wanted Dynamax Slacking. I got to play with it in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pro at least, but man, it'd be so fun. This next one's going to be kind of controversial. I think it would be a problem if it was in the format, like, from the very beginning. But if they just gave us Smirgle for, like, 2 months, I think it'd be really fun. There's a lot of things that Smirgle can do. And, obviously, these are things I'm going to be excited for in Scarlet and Violet. But I think with Dynamax running around, it'd be a lot funnier. Basically, Smirgle can learn any move in the game. If you didn't know that, the only move that Smirgle learns is Sketch. And what Sketch does is it copies the last move that Pokemon that you target used forever. You can have any move in the game. So what Smirgle can do, I believe it's the only Pokemon that can pass Moody to a partner. So like Slacking or Regigigas, you can just straight up like entrainment your Moody over the top of them and then Dynamax them, and then they're Dynamax Moody Slacking, and that sounds so funny. Yeah. And then just a lot of new moves that I feel like it'd be really good. Like Coaching Smirgle would be great. Decorate Smirgle, it'd be the fastest Decorate user by a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these new moves would be so good on Smirgle, and just like we don't have the ability to do them, if that makes sense. So, that's kind of my take on it. I like Smirgle. I really wish we could do more with it. Hopefully we'll be able to next gen. And the last one's kind of like honorable mention. Like, Riolu is in Sword and Shield, but it can't learn Follow Me in Sword and Shield. And I feel like Follow Me Riolu would be so good. Could you imagine just like you have Follow Me Riolu with Coaching and Copycat? It'd be the best partner for Calyrex Ice Rider. Like, just straight up. I think it even gets Bullet Punch. Yeah, you can even trigger Weakness Policy on your Calyrex if you want to go that route. Yeah, I don't know. It's just Riolu, but it doesn't get Follow Me because it gets it through breeding, and the Pokemon that it gets it through breeding is not in Sword and Shield. So I guess this isn't I Want Riolu. It's I wish we had Sentret in Sword and Shield, because then Riolu would learn Follow Me, and we could have Follow Me Riolu, and I think that'd be really, really good. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about real quick, I felt like it was a good, nice little thing to talk about, nice little quick video. Let me know in the comments what Pokemon you wish you could use in Sword and Shield. Or Pokemon you wish was in Sword and Shield for whatever reason. It could be because it would give another Pokemon moves by breeding, or like whatever, you know. Yeah. So yeah. If you liked the video, guys, make sure you leave me a big fat like, leave me a comment. Like I said, tell me which Pokemon you wish was in Sword and Shield. Is it one of the ones I listed? Is it a different Pokemon? With that, everybody, my name's Andrew. I'll catch you guys next time.